We may all be familiar with how to use the internet, but its history? Not quite. The internet was invented in the early 1970s by the research agency known as DARPA. It served a purpose of functioning as a defense network during a nuclear war. Due to the internet, many people experienced massive changes in aspects such as communication, the pursuit of personal interests, and the reduction of burdens. Generation X were the first ones to fully embrace these changes.
The internet is an online database where everyone can access it through technologies such as phones or computers. The internet is also a source of free information. It is beneficial to the society as a whole, but could be harmful sometimes due to incorrect usage. However, it is still the first thing people turn to when they do not know something.
Although the internet was released in the early 1970s, it took many years to develop. When it was actually released, the effects it had on people's lives were enormous. David Wu was one of the many to experience this massive change firsthand.
I started using the internet back in 1997 when I went to the US to study as a graduate student. I used it as a tool to do research about my studies. It also helped me complete assignments for university. It is highly efficient because I can get information immediately. This helped me save a lot of time and energy. Before we had the internet, people used many traditional methods of communication, such as telephones, telegrams, or mail. This was usually very expensive and not efficient. After the creation of the internet, we could use social platforms and apps such as WeChat, Facebook, Twitter, and they allow us to contact family members or friends in a different country. These apps are usually free and very convenient to use.
The invention of the internet has led to the creation of many social apps and platforms. Now, with one click of a button, people halfway across the world would receive your message and, depending on their mood, choose to reply or not to. Geography can no longer constrain people's social boundaries.
The internet has allowed us to pursue many of our personal interests. For example, websites such as YouTube, Twitter, and some music apps allow us to search and view the things we like. We can also look at the TV shows or movies that we are interested in with Chinese video apps such as Tongxun, Youku, and iQIYI.
With the release of many entertainment apps, many Gen Xers can now choose to take up an interest of watching films, TV shows, listening to music, or even making their own videos on YouTube. This development has led to the promotion of individuality and the spread of culture.
Yes, it reduced many burdens in my life. For example, if I wanted to get a piece of information, I do not need to run to the bookstore or library to get books. I only need to open my computer, type in my topic, and hundreds of results would pop up. It is an important tool in my work. I work in the automotive industry. If I needed to know about the company's competition, I would just use the internet. If I wanted to buy mechanical parts or look at the technology used in cars, I would use the internet.
To sum it up, the internet has definitely played an important role as part of Generation X's lives. It has revolutionized communication methods, reduced many burdens in daily life, and has also promoted individuality. With this gradual development of technology and the internet, we have learned to depend and many times over-rely on this. So, the next time you sit down and stare at the ceiling, consider this. What would the world be like without the internet?